We are back. Yeah, there's about an hour of stream left. My streams normally go for 2 hours, give or take, depending on like whether we hit a good stopping point or not. So, all right. So let's carry on. We are now in chapter 2 of Problem Sleuth. So we have barged into the room with wild abandon. So let's see where we are. You enter your secret chamber. It's a dark alcove you use to store a few modest valuables and duck into whenever you're on a case since things start to get too hot to handle, which is never. So actually, Trento, my dog Tara has an Instagram. And I post adorable dog pictures on there from time to time, so feel free to follow her on that. I mean, I have my own Insta too, but I like to plug my dog's Insta, so. Anyway, check out the paper on the floor. Ah, there is paper on the floor, and there's another, like, clown thing here. There's, like, a tuba, and I think this is a... Oh, it's some kind of reed instrument. I can't really tell from, from how it's drawn, but... Anyway, maybe we'll find out later. It appears to be a note delivered to you from Ace Dick. It smells a little like pee. You hate him so much. You know, Egwene, like, clarinet is one possibility. And maybe it is a clarinet. It just looked like too big compared to the other things. But on the other hand, I need to, like, remember, like, to not concern myself with, like, accuracy in any of Andrew Hussey's works. Oh, okay, Egwene. It's definitely a clarinet. It's totally a clarinet. Anyway. Oh, do I have an Insta for Vivi and Steiner? I don't, Spicy. I actually post Vivi and Steiner pics on my Insta. So, I'm Brenda Mania everywhere on social media, by the way, so it's not hard to find me. But yeah, Vivi and Steiner pics get posted on there. Also, I post Vivi and Steiner pics and Terra pics in our Discord as well. And there's my link to Discord too, just FYI if you're not on it. So anyway, Problem Sleuth. You hate him so much. You stash the unpleasant note in your inventory. Play a haunting tuba refrain. Nice quirk, Heterosapiens. It makes it like easier for me to know which messages are yours. So I can decide if I want to respond to you or not. I do. I normally do. Alright, you can't do it. That tuba is filthy. Ah yes, you don't want to play with a filthy mouthpiece. I have friends who play brass instruments, and they would probably agree with that. Anyway, check out the paper on the wall. Second-hand hornography. Handling your dirty instruments since 1920. Rusty trombones, filthy tubas, funky trumpets, and more. 1-800-SAX-SAX-SAX. It's another business card for an intriguing trade. Some of these services sound really exotic. Yes, Heterosapiens, exactly. Set up a script to block your quirk. Or in your messages. Put card in your inventory. Alright, so we have 3 business cards. We have 2 pieces of paper. We have a flask of whiskey, a shard of glass, curtain rod. We have the safe key in our pocket. We have an empty key gun, and we have 2 kernels of candy corn in our hat. Get in, dummy elevator. You climb into the elevator, sometimes called a dumbwaiter. Oh yeah, that's right. I had a dumbwaiter in my dorm, actually. That's how I got, like, all my stuff up to my floor when I moved in for classes. Sometimes called a dumbwaiter. It's pitch black inside. There's only one direction to go. The dumbwaiter goes down a little bit, then stops. This is as far as it goes. The interior is somewhat illuminated from the light coming in through a slit in the wall you're facing. It looks like you can slip objects through it, as long as they are narrow enough. Interesting. So, it's like a secret spy slot thing. Anyway, let's peep through the slit. It's hard to see anything through it, but you hear a voice again. Let's listen. cutscene? Is this really a cutscene? It's Ace Dick's office again. He is still on the phone and sounds really surly. He seems quite upset about a mix-up involving large stone busts instead of some other service he believed he was getting. Somebody doesn't know how to read double entendres and takes things quite literally. Oh no. Oh no, why are there more quirks happening? Oh dear. Anyway, next. So this is how he handled cutscenes like in the pre-Flash animation days, I'm guessing. Just put like a banner that says cutscene. Anyway, busts are us. We'll polish your head for no extra fee. 5034918. Oh, so upside down it says big hose. No. Big Hios? I have no idea. Anyway, he seems to be wondering if he has the right business card. Feed your Busts R Us card through slot. Like, I know Nema, like, it, yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, it's Big Hose upside down, but it's not spelled correctly. Wait, is that an... Ghost Raven, is that an actual thing, or is this like the setup for a punchline? That's probably true, Spicy Pickle. It probably is Hussy, just like messing with us. Anyway, feed your Buster Us card through slot. You deposit into the slot the Buster Us card, but pee on the card beforehand. Well, it's too late now. Or maybe not. I guess it's not too late now. A little too late. You realize you should have peed on the card to stick it to Ace. You decide to pee on it anyway. Oh my gosh. Cutscene. Ace Dick picks up the card and puts it in his inventory. He considers the card carefully. Oh my gosh, Spicy Pickle. What if that actually... So that's like related to the whole apple juice thing in Homestuck, isn't it? What if that actually was apple juice? Problem Sleuth pisses apple juice. Kind of like how milk comes from a cow. Anyway, he calls the number, hoping this one will bring satisfaction. Next. After a little while, some hordes show up. Ah, well, I guess that settles that. That's a good question, Heterosapiens. Like, I'm gonna say though, it's kind of dumber when the readers decide, rather than when Hussy decides. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Who's to say? Anyway, end cutscene. Looks like Ace got the better of you once again. Take swig from flask of whiskey. Whoa, there's like an imagination gauge now. Oh, and there's a percentage underneath the whiskey now. So we use 10% of our whiskey in this swig. Feelings of dejection overwhelm you. You're tired of being shown up by your rival. He gets everything. All the good cases, the women, the ability to open his office door. You'd wager he even enjoys the lion's share of the candy corn. You down a stiff belt from your flask of whiskey. Ghost Raven, we're gonna need like a link to this paper somewhere. Because like, if that's an actual thing that's out there somewhere, if someone actually wrote an academic paper using a Vriska quirk, or really any Homestuck quirk, I feel like we need to see this and see this for ourselves. You experienced a boost in your imagination! Ooh. What are we going to use our boosted imagination for? Clean horns. Suddenly, you are entirely dissatisfied with the condition of these horns. It is an absolute disgrace. You won't stand for it. You set about polishing the instruments. but it seems your imagination is too high to conduct normal day-to-day activities. You topple some of the horns. The clarinet breaks. Ah, there you go. It was a clarinet. It was a clarinet. Good call. I apologize for doubting whether or not it was a clarinet, because it definitely was. So there you go, Egwene. There you go. It was definitely a clarinet. I should have known better than to, like, think too deeply about the scale of the objects compared to each other. Alright. The clarinet breaks. But that's the bad news, though, Egwene. The clarinet's broken. If only there were a place that could serve as a proper outlet for such a high degree of imagination until the condition passed. Back to the old fort. In your heightened state of imagination, you fall down the stairs. I like how imagination is used as a word for inebriation here. You'd better get to the safety of your fort fast. You're no good to anyone out here. You feel safe and sound in the cozy confines of your wobbly particle board walls. Oh my gosh. Okay, so having just said that imagination means inebriation here, now I'm totally thinking of, I think it was a Simpsons episode that spoofed Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know if y'all have seen, like, the old movie with Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka, but there's a famous song in that movie called Pure Imagination, where he's like, come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. So I think it was a Simpsons episode that spoofed this, where I think Homer visits, like, the Duff Brewery, and it's kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and the Willy Wonka figure... No, it's Family Guy. I'm thinking of Family Guy. Not Simpsons, it's Family Guy. Peter Griffin visits, I forget whatever... Oh, the Pawtucket Brewery, I think? I forget. But anyway, point is, there's a Willy Wonka figure in that episode, and he sings Pure Inebriation. You'll be in a world of pure inebriation. So yes. Anyway. Sorry. That's where my brain went. But yeah, I totally, my brain just went on a trip there. So, anyway. Thanks for bearing with me as I sidetracked. Yeah, Carcat Day was yesterday. Oh yeah, that's right. Spicy Pickle put some cool artwork in the Discord. It was really cool. Spicy Pickle does really cool artwork, in my opinion. Alright, anyway. You feel safe and sound in the cozy confines of your wobbly particle board walls. Drift into realm of make-believe. Ah, just like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, except we're drunk and it's all trippy. Well, we're drifting into the realm of make-believe. Next. You stand in your imaginary office. With the mind, anything is possible. Your imaginary phone is ringing. Let's answer the imaginary phone. You answer the phone in the best Depression-era fast-talking way possible. On the other line is a hysterical Dane. You tell her to calm down and give you the skinny on what all the hubbub is about. Her answers are vague and one-dimensional. The case is quickly going nowhere. It turns out your imagination sucks. Slam. Eat steak dinners with hands. The steak dinners have been sitting around for a while. They are both spoiled. No, why would we imagine spoiled steak dinner? Our imagination does suck. Gorge yourself on imaginary candy corn. They don't taste as good as real candy corn. Nevertheless, it gives your pulchritude a small boost. Oh my gosh, pulchritude is used in Homestuck in some way, and I don't remember what way it is, but I remember seeing pulchritude somewhere. Anyway, try to take imaginary gun back into real world. Wait, are we going into our brain to, like, retrieve arms? Retrieve arms from your imagination. You pick up the gun. You'd like to bring it back with you, but you cannot fathom how that is possible. I don't know, why should that stop us? Hey, Nick. Wellity, wellity, wellity. Now that is a Homer Simpson quote. That's actually a Homer Simpson thing. I was mixing up Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin a few minutes ago, Nick. You would be disappointed in me. Anyway. You like to bring it back with you, but you cannot fathom how that is possible. Stride confidently through office door. Oh! Nick has requested that I hydrate. Nick has spent 200 happy caps to make me drink water. Thank you, Nick. I've had 2 cups of coffee today, but I have not had enough water. So I appreciate that. Oh no, do I keep buffering? Am I losing... Am I dropping frames? Well, I'm not showing I'm dropping frames on my end, so... It's not me. But sorry about the buffering. Yeah, Nick, I'm gradually adding things to the channel point system, so... I'll try to think of some more cool things that people might like as we go along here. Anyway, go harass Ace Dick. Wait, did I read this text? Let me read it again just in case. You exit your office into the hallway. Go harass Ace Dick. You burst through Ace Dick's imaginary door, rolling up your non-existent sleeves. But he is nowhere to be found. His imaginary room is empty, most likely because Ace is currently not using his imagination. Oh my gosh, is this kind of... This totally reminds me of, like, the dream selves in Homestuck, where, like, if you're asleep in the real world, your dream self is awake, but if your dream self is asleep, then, like, your real world self is awake. And it's like, if you're both using your imagination at the same time, you're, like, in the same imagination space. It's like that, or like how dream bubbles work. It's really interesting to see, like, how much of Problem Sleuth actually makes its way into Homestuck, like certain characteristics and mechanics and things like that. So, yes, exactly, Ghost Raven, exactly. So to see, actually, yes. By the transitive property, Nema, that's true. I forgot that being drunk is what fuels your imagination in this. So, in order to see people when you're drunk, they have to be drunk too. Anyone who's sober is completely invisible to you. If you're in your imagination. I don't know. Anyway, leave room. You exit, but not before you leave an imaginary present on the floor. Of course. There's gonna be no end to the peeing in this, is there? Well, can't spell Problem Sleuth without P, I guess. Oh, is there a typo in this panel? Oh, there is! Before you leave, and imaginary present on the floor. Good catch on that typo, I did not see that. Alright, next. You are now facing south in the hallway. Enter the PI room. Oh! PI, that's another thing we haven't seen yet, so... Enter PI room. You hear noises behind the door. It sounds like swing music, and riotous times being had. Whoever is in this office probably has a terrific imagination, but the door is locked. Alright, follow the exit sign. Yep, AD is Ace Dick, PS is Problem Sleuth. I don't know what PI is yet, though. I guess maybe we'll find out at some point. Some of you may already know. Some of you who have already read Problem Sleuth probably know what PI is, but I don't, so don't tell me. You feel your imagination beginning to fade, so you hurry downstairs to the imaginary street. You find your motley collection of items which you earlier threw out the window in a fit of rage, stupidity, or both. Wait, so, like, is the window, like, a window into your imagination? Is that how this works? Look up at your office window. You see a familiar face through the window. A friendly face. That is true, Nick. Pi is 3.14159, etc., etc., etc. Next. Your imagination wears off. Oh no. You experience the lingering effects of your imagination. The stat remains at the same level, but no longer affords you its advantages. However, you remain just as useless in the real world. You're going to need to figure out a way to sober up fast. Well, that's what the coffee's there for, right? Chug coffee with no regard for temperature. You drink the coffee, which is lukewarm. It is foul, bitter, and ridiculously strong. You can only drink a little of it. Coward. Your imagination is reduced, while your vim enjoys a healthy boost. Vim? Oh, like the word vim, as in like vim and vigor. I have never actually seen the word vim used. I have to like Google the definition just to be sure. Vim, energy, enthusiasm. Example in a sentence. In his youth, he was full of vim and vigor. So yes. I like that vim is being used as a stat here. Alright. Your imagination is reduced while your vim enjoys a healthy boost. You feel terrific now, fit as a fiddle, and bristling with coordination. 2 pieces of candy corn fall onto the floor. Oh no, is that the candy corn in her hat, or is this new candy corn? Get candy corn. Nope, it's 2 new pieces of candy corn. You put the candy corn into your hat. The phone is ringing again. Yeah, Nick, I don't think I've ever heard vim used by itself without vigor, honestly. It's one of those old-timey words. Vim and vigor, see? Put pep in your step. Ah. Alright, the phone is ringing again. Go check it out. Let's go check it out. Your phone is now missing 3 components, making it that much more difficult to answer this call from an undoubtedly hysterical dame. If only you could think of a way to reel in objects from the weird Windows/Mind Space universe. Maybe you should get a fishing pole and then plug your window back in. Flip window upside down and shake to retrieve phone. Or that. Or there's that. Does that work? You try to shake your belongings from the blasted portal. Ooh, I just got food brought to me. I will eat it after stream is over. It appears to run on Etch-a-Sketch technology. Oh, yeah, now I'm looking at... So the people and everything are still in the same place, but they look a little more faded, so... Shaking it apparently erases everything, except like the objects I threw in there. They seem unscathed, from what I could tell. Make a lasso out of tape and pull phone back in. Oh yeah, I can use like the recording tape here. Maybe I can... actually reel in stuff using that. You use the magnetic tape to form a lasso. Maybe you can reel in your belongings this way. However, you think the tape lasso is way too light and flimsy to throw out the window with any significant distance or accuracy. You'll need something to weigh it down. Cut to the chase and use cinder block. There we go. You tie the tape to a cinder block, using it as an anchor. Well, let's see how this works. Throw out the window. And of course the cinder block lands perfectly on top of the other cinder block. So, did that kind of work? Oh, actually, I wonder if... So I wonder if what's going to happen is we're going to go back into our imagination at some point, and then we'll come back to the street, and like the cinder block with the tape will be set up, and we'll be able to use that to like climb back in through the window and get back to our imagination, get back into the real world with stuff we can pull out of our imagination that way. I don't know. Anyway. Y'all are babies. Y'all are children. I'm an old man. Actually, speaking of being an old man, my birthday is next Saturday, so if y'all want to come help me celebrate my birthday while I read more Problem Sleuth, that would be fantastic. I actually keep forgetting that my birthday is coming up. It's funny, but like there is a point where you reach a certain age where like you actually start to like kind of forget about your birthday. And I think it's just because, like, I don't really, like, need or want anything anymore, usually, for, like, my birthday or for Christmas. So it's just like, I'm turning another year older. That's pretty cool. Anywho. Let's see. Examine the mural for hidden clues. It looks like there are 2 holes in the mural. They are spaced far apart, just wide enough for someone with sensible human anatomy to look through with both eyes. Oh, 95% of the coffee is remaining. Bath day. Yes, it's my bath day. I think that's how they pronounce it in Boston, maybe? I don't know. Bath day. Anyway, look through them. You unplug the window again and have a gander. And a goose. Let's look through. Problem Sleuth is impolite. Very rude. Oh, this must be P.I.'s room. So P.I. seems more polite than than Ace Dick. Does P.I. stand for, like, polite investigator? It's an unpleasant note. You can tell using your depth perception that the note is very close, only a few inches from your face. Maybe Australian, sure, I smile. I don't really know. Boston accent, Australian accent, potato, tomato. Crikey. Poke curtain rod at note. A painting of an elf jostles on the other side. It falls to reveal a safe. The safe pops open, revealing a painting of an elf. Wait, what? How does that even work? Oh well. Or polite instigator. That's possible. Look through elf holes. It is the office of yet another one of your competitors, Pickle Inspector. Ah, I was wrong. It's not, it's Pickle Inspector. He looks dazed, as if perhaps he's been trapped in his office for some time. There are strange glass containers in the corner. You wonder if there might be a business card, worded professionally, of course, for a glass blower somewhere in his office. Perhaps taped to something, like a cinder block or the back of an elf painting. His office is dark for some reason. You suddenly hear noises coming from Ace Dick's office. You figure as long as your office is dark, you might as well check on him through the clown holes. Let's take a look. I know, Nick, it's so obvious. Pickle Inspector, we should have known. The whores tied Ace Dick up in a chair and stole his phone. The Huggy Bear bust is cracked open, and the treasure, which was undoubtedly stashed beside, has been stolen too. He was probably tortured for the information. Rejoice! You celebrate by mustering one of the silliest dances you've attempted in hours. Take that, Ace Dick. Ace Dick hears your shenanigans from the other side. He seems to be pleading for a way to cut the rope. Ah, Ghost Raven has chosen to sacrifice another Nepeta to save the mayor. Hold on a sec. Poor, dear, sweet Nepeta. Alright, anyway, he seems to be pleading for a way to cut the rope. Try to get the Hutch Bust's attention. You can't imagine how you can even get a statue's attention. You begin to covet the Hutch Bust, and whatever secrets it guards. Climb down the tape to retrieve your things. The reel is way too weak to hold your weight. It will probably only be able to support and reel in lighter objects. Ah, so my theory earlier about going back into my imagination and climbing back up the tape is probably not accurate. But I had to take a stab at it. I had to guess. Sometimes I'm on the mark and sometimes I'm way off. Don't ever get me playing a game of darts, because it's the same story. Too many people died. Activate the reel-to-reel. The reel begins to turn, pulling the tape taut. The cinder block below does not budge. If the tape is retied to a lighter object, it will likely be pulled in through the window automatically. Oh, Trent, the command is only set up for me to use. Whenever someone spends their happy caps to sacrifice a Nepeta, that's the command I use to do it. So, permissions, I have set them. Let's see, it will likely be pulled in through the window automatically. Give Ace piece of glass to cut rope. Oh yeah, you can use the piece of glass to cut the rope, that's true. You go into the back room and down the elevator. Slip glass through slot. Ace receives the shard of glass. He uses it to cut himself free. So, we don't like Ace Dick, but we're nice enough to help him. You are now Ace Dick. Oh no, now we're a different person now. We are Ace Dick now. I don't know how I feel about being Ace Dick. But even though we are Ace Dick, at least we're not a murderer like Problem Sleuth is. Let's not forget that Problem Sleuth is a murderer. Problem Sleuth murdered somebody at the beginning of this story. And we have another sacrifice Nepeta coming in. Alright. Poor dear sweet Nepeta. Alright. You begin to question this feud after you've been embroiled in with your neighbor for so long. After all, he did just give you the number for some honest-to-God whores, even if they did ultimately rob you. He also just helped you escape. Maybe it's time to bury the hatchet and help him out of his office. You feel you should get some supplies from your safe first, though. If only you could remember the combination. Check behind paper stuck to door for combo. Ah, yes. The AD paper stuck on the door. Wait. Is this going to turn out to be an actual window? You can't pull it off. It's stuck fast. Maybe a heavy object will knock it loose. Throw Hutch Bust at it. How are you going to be able to pick up the Hutch Bust? Oh, hey, cello player. How's it going? Happy Saturday. It's all right. We're glad you're here now. Got about half an hour or so left. Throw a Hutch Bust at it. Using your extraordinary strength due to your unusually high Vim characteristic, you lift the bust easily. Oh, well, I feel silly for asking that question. Let's throw it. Throw! Oh, Rice Milk is having me hydrate. Thank you, Rice Milk. Thank you for reminding me to drink water. You said the Owen Wilson paper word. Smash! Oh my god, it actually is a window. It actually is a window, isn't it? Oh no, they killed someone too! Oh no! Oh no! The bus crashed through the window, knocking out an employee of Madame Mural. He was wheeling a portable scaffold into place to prepare for some more mural work. He looks like he's in bad shape now. The hutch had cracked open, exposing riches. It looks like one of the whores may have taken Starsky's sunglasses. Oh no! Oh my god. So many deaths. So many deaths. Oh dear. Murder Quest. Yes, it's Murder Quest. Well, Ace Dick is now a murderer. Who is Pickle Inspector going to murder, I wonder? How many more people have to die in this convoluted room escape game? The scaffold continues rolling, coming to a stop in front of your door, jamming it shut. Oh no, now Ace Dick is stuck in his office too. Although, he has a window. Can he like still just squeeze through the window? I feel like that's a thing he can do. You are now trapped in your office too. You and Problem Sleuth will have to work together if you want to escape. Precede commands for Ace Dick with AD, and for Problem Sleuth with PS. Ah, that must be an instruction from Andrew Hussey to the fan commands. Poor dear sweet Nepeta. Cello player is sacrificing a Nepeta to save the mayor. I had a feeling you guys would get a kick out of the sacrificing the peta thing and the channel points. Alright. AD. Reach through window and move scaffolding out of the way. Oh, of course the scaffolding is like perfectly in place, barring you from being able to get through the window. Of course. The scaffolding is jammed in place. It seems the brake for the wheels was triggered after it came to a stop. You can't push it away either. The top just bumps up against the ceiling. There's no climbing out of the window with your portly frame because of the scaffold bars. Unless someone comes to help you, or you find a blowtorch to melt through the bars, you're probably not getting out of this office anytime soon. Nice try, though. Okay, forget it then. Pick up Tommy gun. Oh dear. Oh shoot, what is the CC reference? I'm seeing a lot of CCs in there, but I don't remember if A, it's a reference I've seen before, or B, if it's like a thing I should know. Oh, the red rum. Oh, yeah, I know what the red rum is. Red rum. Red rum. It's murder spelled backwards. And it's from The Shining. Or, as they said in The Simpsons, The Shinning. Oh, okay, Spicy Pickle. Gotcha. Your troll soda. That's cool. Anyway, pick up Tommy gun. I beg your pardon? Oh, of course, it's keys now. Naturally, it's keys now. Get the phone pieces sitting around. Ah, yes. The rotary dial and the cord. You put the phone parts in your inventory. Slip PS his phone parts. You slip the phone parts through the slot to an awaiting Problem Sleuth. Next. But he's not waiting for them in the dumbwaiter. The phone parts fall somewhere into the dark shaft below. Nice work, Bonehead McFuckup. That's a great insult that I should try to save for later. Well, so much for Problem Sleuth's phone parts. Anyway, look inside Huggy Bear statue for riches. There is a hammer in the broken Snoop Dogg bust. You place the hammer in your inventory. Wait, how did we break open the Huggy bust in the first place? What did we break it with in order to get the hammer? I feel like this happened out of order. But of course it did, because this is Problem Sleuth. Alright, next. Alright, we're back to being Problem Sleuth now. Climb halfway out window, then unplug window. No, wait, don't do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first one goes to the next page, and the second one goes to 2 pages from now. Alright. Climb halfway out of window, then unplug window. The window loses its extra-dimensional portal properties and severs you midway through. You are dead. Oh no. Oh no, poor Problem Sleuth. F to pay respects to Problem Sleuth. Go back. No, wait, don't do that. You're not sure what you were thinking. Let's check behind the clown poster. It's okay, he's not dead because I had a back button on my browser. He's saved! Behind the poster is another clown drawn directly on the metal. Under the paper is a long game code. This is probably a code you can use to return to a particular state in this game. Interesting. 3M, 2K, BH, JQ, 49, LD, 6M, ZR, Q1, TG, 67, 8M. Did I need to read that whole code aloud? No, I did not. Did I do it anyway? Yes. Why? I don't care. I just did. You put it in your inventory. Oh, right. Yeah, Ghost Raven, you mentioned Out of Touch Thursday before. I think you dropped a link, didn't you? I'll have to look at that later. Actually, if you want to drop that link in Discord, I'll take a look at it later. Alright. AD, pounce on keys before they disappear. You pick up the ring of keys. Alright, so Ace Dick has the gun keys now. Okay, cool. armed with your Tommy gun, you are one hard-boiled lug. Nobody mess with this tough guy, see? Alright, Problem Sleuth. Go into dumbwaiter so you can receive an item. Is it going to be bullets from the Tommy gun? You go down the dumbwaiter. Ace Dick tries to give you an item, but the hammer is too big to fit into the slot. Ace gives you all his business cards instead. In return, you give him your collection of unpleasant notes. Well, fantastic. We just traded business cards and notes. AD, examine notes. You recognize both of these notes. You wrote and delivered them to your neighbor to get his goat. One of them has something on the back. He wrote a rebuttal on the other side and taped it to the back of his fake safe for your viewing pleasure. Luckily, the combination to your safe is on this paper. You carelessly composed your note on this document without noticing. Alright, well, Ace Dick has his safe combination now, so let's use it to open the safe. Use it to open safe. You enter the combination. The smaller compartment opens up to reveal 3 old-fashioned keyholes. Can we just use our Tommy gun keys to open that? Alright, AD, go through pig painting to see what PS is up to. You have to unplug your large panoramic window from its portable generator first. So, hold on a sec. So, now we have... So Ace Dick has his own space shenanigans window. Alright, unplug window. Oh, right, because there's too much light, so you have to like be able to look through the holes. In order to look through the holes, you have to have like the light turned off so you can see the other side of the holes. Anyway, yep, here we go again. Look through holes. Candy corn vampire! Ugh! Hey everyone, it's Caliborn with the candy corn teeth. Caliborn is Problem Sleuth. My god. Dear Mother of God. You topple backwards onto your particle board desk. It was supported by a couple of smaller busts, including one of your favorites, Snoop Dogg from Soul Plane. Oh my god. AD, throw Snoop Dogg through a big window portal. First, you organize all the particle board into a neat pile to reduce clutter. You ready the Snoop for throwing. Throw. The bust crumbles against the rigid surface of the unplugged window. There's just no breaking the plane unless it's plugged in. Amidst the rubble is a couple pieces of candy corn and a small key. Oh, thank you, Nema. Yes, I will hydrate. I will take a sip of water, thank you. Let's see, a couple pieces of candy corn and a small key. Oh my gosh, Heterosapiens, that's right. He was Problem Sleuth the whole time. He's already here. How do you expect to run from Lord English when he's already here? Alright, AD, examine the cruet? The what? The cruet? Or, oh wait, is that like a type of container? Is it pronounced cruet or cruet? A small container for salt, pepper, oil, or vinegar for use at a dining table. Oh, okay. Also called a caster. It's a small flask vessel with a narrow neck. Alright, well, I've learned a new word today. Alright, examine the cruet next to the Snoop Dogg bust. First, you plug the window back in so you can stop stubbing your toe on things. Stubbing your toe is known to be brutal on your pulchritude stat. You pick up the cruet of brandy. Ooh, so Problem Sleuth has a flask of whiskey and Ace Dick has a cruet of brandy. I wonder what Pickle Inspector is going to have. Like a jar of moonshine? Who knows? Alright, examine rope. You pick up the rope. Use Tommy gun on safe keyholes. You use your ring of keys to unlock the holes in the safe, but he's actually just shooting his Tommy gun at the safe. Or perhaps that name. I mean, he is Pickle Inspector, so it would make sense for him to have a jar of vinegar. Actually, is Pickle Inspector a he or a she? I don't know if I clarified that. I don't remember that. Anyway, doesn't matter right now. Next. The ring of keys blows a hole in the safe. The safe is open. Oh, this is fabulous. AD, throw hammer through window. Now that the window is plugged in, you may effectively vent your rage with a heavy object. The hammer shatters the glass and falls into the street far below your penthouse office suite. Wait, is this going to land in the same part of the street where the cinder blocks and stuff are? Yes, it is! Nice. AD, get candy corn in preparation for your own vampire act. How silly. You pick up candy corn and small key. So, now we've got the candy corn and the small key like in the same inventory slot, because sure, why not? Alright, Problem Sleuth. Look through clown picture at Ace. Ace Dick. Candy corn vampire. Ace Dick ate the candy corn. He is an unimaginative lout and all-around wet blanket. Oh, come on, Ace Dick. Why did you eat the candy corn? Don't you know you're gonna, like, need the candy corn? The precious, precious candy corn? Why didn't you save the candy corn? Apparently Ace Dick does not value candy corn the way it should be valued. Oh, we've got two more. We've got two more Nepettas to sacrifice here. So let's see. So Nema is sacrificing a Nepetta, and Heterosapiens is sacrificing a Nepetta. So many dear, dear sweet Nepettas are being sacrificed. Alright. And of course you would sacrifice Nepettas during a tune that has, like, the Mario Paint cat sounds. Like, just spit on her poor grave, why don't you? Alright. Ace enjoys a small boost in pulchritude from the candy. His modest pulchritude gauge is now maxed out. He inadvertently swallowed the small key along with the candy corn. It is now safely stored in his stomach. Oh my god. Ace Dick has a stomach inventory slot. Oh my god. Fabulous. Way to go, Ace Dick. Build for it. You figure it's time to do something constructive for a change. Your stout bunker of particle board is a smashing success. The Zoolander chimney is the jewel in its... Sorry, the Zoolander chimney is the jewel in its crown. Alright, AD, see what you have stashed in the safe. You can't reach the opening. You're too short. You would stand on the chair, but you don't think it's quite high enough. Besides, it is now built into your fort, and there's obviously no going back. AD, throw fort out window. Why would you throw the fort out the window? Why would you do that? That's the stupidest idea you've ever had. I agree. AD, use bust stand as a step to access the safe. Now that seems more clever. By stacking 2 bust stands, you can easily reach the safe opening. Good work. Go in the safe. And that's the end of Chapter 2. We have hit the start of Chapter 3. Nice. Well, you know what, folks? There's only a few minutes left anyway, so this actually seems like a good place to stop for today. Yeah, this is a perfect stopping point. I was thinking the same thing, Spicy Pickles. So, awesome. Well, thank you, everyone, for swinging by for our first Saturday stream in a long time. I am enjoying this ridiculous trip through Problem Sleuth so far. Couple of notes before we go. So just to remind y'all, so I have a full I have like a full regular stream schedule now. I think I'm kind of ramped up here. So I'm streaming gameplay on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. My Tuesday game currently is Final Fantasy 13, and my Wednesday game is Celeste. So feel free to join us for those live streams, and if you're not able to catch us live, I'm archiving everything on YouTube, so you can watch the VODs that way. And then, of course, we'll be back next Saturday for more Problem Sleuth as well at noon Eastern Time. Looking ahead on Saturday streams, so after we finish Problem Sleuth, I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to get through all of it, but it's going to be a lot quicker than Homestuck, I know. But after Problem Sleuth is done, I'm going to go back to do Hive Swap Friend Sim. And then after that, we might jump into Homestuck 2, Homestuck Squared. I don't know how it's pronounced out loud, but beyond canon. Anyway. So, yeah, but thank you all for hanging out with us today. Let me just drop a few more links before we head on out for the day. So I've got some social media links there. We've got Discord, and then, of course, you can follow my dog Tara on Instagram as well. So, anyway, so we'll leave it here. We'll pick up with Chapter 3 of Problem Sleuth next Saturday at noon Eastern Time. And again, come check out my gaming streams Tuesday, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, otherwise I'll be seeing you all around. Take care of yourselves, friends. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. And we'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.